What's going on, guys? So you want to get a bearded dragon, but you don't know the first place to start. Well, I've maintained a healthy bearded dragon for the past 2.5 years, so I'm going to show you guys today pretty much everything you need to know to get your first bearded dragon. After you watch this video, you won't know everything, but you'll definitely be able to go out and buy a bearded dragon fine. So first off, you're going to want to pick an enclosure size. If you're going to get a younger, smaller bearded dragon, you're probably going to want to go with a 20 gallon. But if he's older and bigger, like over a year, you're probably going to want to get the recommended 40 gallon. Some tanks have sliding tops. I just got a top that I just put on there and take off whenever I want. And you're going to want to make sure that you have a spot for him to bask in the enclosure, as well as decorations as well, because they do have a personality. Next is a substrate, which is what he's going to be pretty much living on. I'm using paper towels, and I've used in the past calcium sand and coconut shavings. Now, I don't recommend either of those things because they can impact your bearded dragon. And what that means is they could be too big or hard for your bearded dragon to digest, so it just gets stuck there and kind of backs him up, and he could eventually die from that. So I highly recommend paper towels, or you can go to a pet store and get reptile carpet, but I don't recommend that because you have to keep cleaning it and buying it over and over. It's easier to just go buy a bunch of paper towels. So next up is the lighting. You're going to want to make sure that your bearded dragon is getting UVB and UVA rays as well as heat throughout the day. So a lot of times you'll see people have the strip light going across the tank for the UVA UVB bulb, which is probably better, but it's more expensive. So I chose to go with the deep dome fixture for mine. Now what this does is it replicates the sunlight which they need to survive. You need to replace these bulbs every 6 months, so it's smart to write the date on the top with a Sharpie. This bulb here is the basking bulb. I'm not going to touch that because that's a 150 watt bulb and it's really hot, but the purpose of that is to keep the temperatures up in the tank. The temperature in the tank has to be always under 110 degrees, but it can't be under 85 degrees. So you have to keep it in that range. But at night, it's fine if it drops to maybe 70 or something like that. It just can't go below 65 at night. Another heating system that you need in a bearded dragon's tank is an under tank heater. Now I can't show you mine, but I'll post a picture in the vid. You can buy these really cheap at any reptile store or any pet store pretty much. And they'll never die out, so you never have to buy another one. Now the most important thing you can ever put in a bearded dragon tank is a thermometer for humidity and temperature. You need to make sure that the humidity is extremely low and the temperature, like I said, is in between 85 and 110 throughout the day. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and stay tuned for the next one on feeding tips.